Hey everybody, Ryan here. Investing in new garden hoses can be money well spent, or you're going to end up having to replace them every year. Now I brought some great options today, and as you will see, not all hoses are created equally.
I've lived in South Florida my whole life, and so I enjoy the outdoors all year round. And it's really important to me to maintain a nice yard. I wanted to buy some new garden hoses. It seems like I've got to do that every year because they're either leaking, kinking, or my yard guy's running over them. Since Ryan's a good friend and I really trust his advice, I asked him to come over to give me some great ideas.
The hoses I brought for Jeanne today are made by Continental, founded almost 150 years ago, and while most of us know them as an automotive and tire company, they are also a leading supplier of rubber garden hoses. In fact, they've produced over 1 billion feet of garden hoses in the last 20 years. That's enough to go around the world 8 times. So based on the things that we talked about, I bought 4 different hoses here for each of those areas. As you can see, they're all 50 foot in length. And when you gauge the length of your hose, simply go from your spigot to the farthest point and try to get that length so that way you don't have too long of a hose, too short to where you're tugging on it, and having a lot of extra hose filled with water because that can get heavy. So first is the premium rubber garden hose. You mentioned you wanted something heavy duty for the front of the house.
I feel like that's the most vulnerable area. You know, I want to leave it out in the bushes, and my last 3 ones have either gotten run over in the driveway or exposed to the elements, and I really need a tough one out there.
The premium heavy duty hose resists things like abrasion, hot summer heat, if you're in the climate, cold temperatures. It also has these great crush-proof brass fittings, which I know you're worried about the car tires in the driveway. So this all in all should work great in the front yard and do everything that you need it to do. This is the Continental KinkGuard thermoplastic garden hose. Now what's nice about this is it's 35% lighter than the commercial hose, but it still has the same abrasion resistance. Now what's really great about this is it's kink resistant, so as you're dragging it around the car and moving around, it's not gonna kink up on you. It's also great for boats, RVs, and things like that.
And that's really my biggest pet peeve when I'm washing the car. It kinks up around it and I'm running around to try to get it and straighten it out. It's so frustrating.
I definitely feel you there. So now we're gonna move to the backyard. I have a couple hoses here, and I know you're an eco-friendly girl, so these are really great.
You know, I love all my plants and my little herb garden, and I have my little watering can, and I'm constantly filling it back up and forth, so any suggestions would be great.
So the next one I'm gonna bring you here is the new Continental Eco-Lite garden hose. It's a medium duty hose, 50% lighter and much easier to handle versus your traditional watering hoses.
You know, I'm all about being eco-friendly, Ryan.
Well, this was a great option for you because it's made from 100% recycled materials.
Oh, I love that.
So this is the new Continental Eco Garden Hose. It's a new addition to the market, and it's made from natural plant-based polymer. It's basically sugar cane. It also has lead-free, crush-proof brass fittings, which I know you're gonna love.
I really love all these eco-friendly choices, and Continental is doing a great job. And look, it's even made in the USA. So any last-minute advice on how to care for them?
I'm glad you asked, because yes, there's a couple things that you should be doing. Make sure that when you store it, it doesn't have any kinks or twists in it. Not only is it going to extend the life of the hose, but it's going to keep it out of harm's way. Now, when you store it, you either want to coil it up neatly on the ground, or like you, put it on the hanger, or you can also get a hose reel. One last thing you want to remember, not here, but if you live in cold climates and it's freezing, make sure you drain the water out of it before freezing, because it will damage the hose.
As usual, Ryan, you have set me up perfectly, and I can't wait to try them all.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna love them all, so have fun.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm so pleased with all my Continental garden hoses, and watering my garden is a breeze.
For more information on the garden hose options discussed today, visit continental-industry.com or visit your local Home Depot in person or online.